Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this collaboration with True Crime Wifey. She lives in Tallahassee. She lived in Tallahassee at the time of Dan's murder, and she's been following it. Initially it was local news. She was following the shooting from the day of the shooting. And so I think because there's so many people talking about Donna's trial, we're going to focus on. I have two short admonishments from the judge to Donna and the defense, which I'll show because it's too good. If people haven't seen, it's too good not to see. And then True Crime Wifey has Wendy's interview. She noticed something that I did not notice. I haven't heard it discussed publicly. And then I think we're gonna go to jailhouse phone calls. I'm not sure that I think True Crime Wifey has other things to discuss as well. So okay. Let me just add to the stage. Bring up the first. It's from the Tallahassee Democrat. This is like a 2.5-minute clip. It shows the very end of testimony for I think the medical examiner. I didn't actually watch the entire, which is why I missed it. But yeah, so he was showing autopsy pictures, and Donna was sobbing, fake sobbing. Meanwhile, the Markels are sitting there stoically. So yeah, Donna's trying to portray herself as, in her cardigan, as grandmotherly, and she actually didn't dislike Dan, and she's upset about his murder and horrified. She might actually be horrified with I hope she is. But yeah, I think she's pretending. But I think she should see the autopsy photographs. And so she's basically acting. I just want to mention also that hopefully the jury noticed, because it belies that she's actually upset. They in the prosecution's opening, they brought up they covered a lot, but one of the things they brought up was a message from Donna to Wendy talking about acting in court. I've seen you act. You can be a good actress. You need to act. You need to put all your effort into acting. So I'm glad there's that message, because potentially people could, if they haven't been following this case and know about Donna, I don't know. I don't want anyone to be tricked by her fake crying. And it wasn't just crying, it was sobbing. Okay. So
hey, Allison.
Yeah.
Allison, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was just making sure. Do you want to say hello to people in the chat real quick before we start? I see
sure.
Eric Lieber and Raven and Mr. C, Lolly.
850, who also lived in
850. Yes, 850. Susie Q. Gladys Kravitz is here. Rosemary Romero. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And the comments, they are scrolling on the screen in the corner. True Crime Wifey.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So it's pretty small. I think anyway. Yeah. So that's at least, and that will be up to date with the chat, even if we're not up to date.
Okay. Well, and it's an honor to be doing a collaboration with My Father's Alibi. I've adored you since I first saw you on a person's channel a long time ago.
Oh, no, thank you so much, True Crime Wifey. You've been so kind and supportive, and likewise, it's an honor for me to collaborate with you. I don't, in our community, I think we probably don't need to just give out a summary of the case. There are people, because it's being covered in Inside Edition, there are people in the U.S. that hadn't heard, including in Tallahassee, when the jury questioning, hadn't heard of this case. So it's possible, like, they might end up clicking on this. But they probably even know that. I guess if they end up on this video, they've probably heard at least the story. But yeah, Dan Markel, he was an FSU professor who was shot. It was a hired hit. This has been established because 4 people are already convicted. It was a hit from the ex-wife, Wendy Adelson. She wanted to move out of Tallahassee. She had the custody issues, the financial motivations, and the hitmen and the intermediary, they've been convicted. Charlie, her brother, who arranged with that intermediary, he's been convicted. And a lot of people think Wendy, including myself, Wendy and Harvey, in fact, I think at least Wendy's been mentioned as an unindicted in the charges, unindicted co-conspirator. So they seem like they're going one to one. I mean, from one to another, like trying them individually. So this is Donna's trial. She may have even been the instigator. From everything I know, she's very, very culpable, if not the instigator. And okay, so in that context, yeah, let me play the. I was off put by her level of sobbing, pretend sobbing. So I was so delighted when I saw that the judge actually admonished her. Okay.
An opinion as to the manner of death.
Yes, I do.
What is it?
Homicide.
No further questions.
Cross-examination, Dr. Clark.
No, Your Honor.
Judge, this witness can be excused, and this might be a good time to take our lunch recess.
Very well. Dr. Clark, you may step down, sir. Have a good day.
I just want to say that the judge did wait until this witness had finished his testimony and didn't say anything in front of the jury. So, like, the sobbing came already during. I don't have a bit about the sobbing, so just trust me. Earlier in the testimony, fake sobbing.
Members of the jury, we are going to take our lunch break at this point. As you have been previously instructed, I'm just going to remind you again, you are not to discuss this case with each other or any other person. During your lunch break, you may eat together if you choose to. Again, you may converse about any manner of things, but this case. Does everyone understand this instruction? Please raise your hands. And for the record, the jurors have raised their hands. Please return at 1:15. Enjoy your lunch break.
So he's waiting for the jury to file out. Takes a minute or however long. The whole video is only 2.5 minutes, so it doesn't seem to take them all that long for the jury to have left. Just so you know. I think it's maybe. I think it's even muted because they don't want to show the jury, or like it's just muted while the Tallahassee Democrat muted it while jury's.
Before we go on the recess break this afternoon, I do believe this merits a small bit of discussion on the topic. The matters that we've discussed at sidebar concerning emotional responses, I do feel it is important at this point. Mrs. Adelson, when the testimony is occurring or the evidence, I know you may have a natural reaction, but As best possible, you need to control your reactions concerning any head movements, any expressions of disagreement, or any emotional outbursts. The jury must decide this matter on the merits, on the evidence. Do you understand this? Very well. I do not wish to do this in front of the jurors at all, but it's very important that you are able to control your emotions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does either party need to be heard before we before we go into the lunch break?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Right. Please report back at 1:15 as well. I believe we have 3 other witnesses that we can possibly get through this afternoon.
All right, Mr. Lacasse, I want to take you back to July 13th, 2014.
The other short thing. The other short
I was
thing.
gonna,
So
I was gonna say. Oh, I'm sorry, Allison.
Oh no,
Can you
go
hear me?
ahead. Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say I actually have a clip of her sobbing.
Oh, yeah. You want to pull? Yeah, you want to pull that up?
Yes. Okay. Hold on.
Because, and I think George Everett knows it's fake. Like he's talking natural emotions, blah blah blah. But even natural emotions, I think because he knows it's so exaggerated, and she can control it. She cannot do the acting.
Yeah, I mean, Donna, murder is not pretty.
Yeah, but I
know.
don't even think there were genuine tears.
No, because her tissue was dry.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Can you hear it? Oh.
During your lunch break, you may eat together if you choose to.
It's
the same one. Forget it. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, earlier in the autopsy testimony, there was very exaggerated sobbing, even more than Alex Murdaugh, more than it's seen in any of the Adelson cases thus far. So,
yeah, I did see her shaking her head.
Oh, she shaking her.
Yeah, she shook her head several times during Sarah Catherine Dugan's opening. What's kind of funny is I'm hoping someone does a meme. There were times when Jackie Fulford was nodding her head, like yes, when Sarah Catherine Dugan was giving her opening remarks.
Oh.
Yeah, the defense attorney for Donna.
Oh yeah. Did I think she did something like that in her original like bond hearing, and Judge Everett actually admonished her then for exaggerated emotions. That's probably also what prompted him to give this admonishment, and he's basically warning, if you keep doing, I think it makes sense to give it out of, outside the jury, but if she keeps at it, I think he's going to say in front of the jury, which he doesn't want. Like, well, he's not going to say stop your fake emotions, but he's going to say what he just said to again. But well, actually, I don't know what he's going to do, but like he's indicating, I don't want to do this in front of the jury. Like if you keep doing this, it might end up in front of the jury.
And I also see that Murder by Maestro has joined, and so has Lenny. They both showed up. So thank you for being here.
Oh, and Lolly, do we say hi to Lolly?
Oh yes, Lolly 77. I thought I said hello to her earlier. I'm sorry if I missed you.
And actually, I don't know if Leslie's on, but this is a clip from Leslie's. She put up a short yesterday. Leslie's channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. She also did a a series and about my mother's case that I think is very powerful. But regardless, subscribe to Leslie's channel. And this is another Judge Everett admonishing. It's outside the presence of jury. It's he's admonishing the defense because there were motions he decided on already about what could be admitted, and then the defense is objecting. So, and he files the jury out to have this discussion, and well, I think maybe it's in the clip, but so Judge Everett, I love him. We've seen him throughout Charlie's trial. He presided with patience, even amid like heated objections and legal wrangling. He's good humored, like occasionally he'll like chuckle with the jurors about like, before about snacks and things. And yeah, so, but I have never seen him as tense as he is in this video. So that, given how he's always been, I think it's saying sometimes you see judges, like even judges that like are good, yell at some point, yell at, but yeah, this is as upset as he's ever.
I put Leslie's channel link in the chat, and I see that Missy Ann has shown up, and Jibs and Jabs is here as well.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so this is another admonishment, and then we'll go to True Crime. True Crime Wifey has much more material.
Kept firing off objection after objection, and he wasn't having it.
Well, at this point, I'm nearing becoming inclined to send the jurors home for the day, as we are wasting a significant amount of time for reasons that could have been handled out of court. You need to look through that binder now. We're not going to be wasting the jurors' time.
He had the jurors leave twice.
Your objection will be noted for the record, but we are going to move on,
as he warned the attorneys.
But as far as wasting the jurors' time on this any further today, before we leave here today, if we need to go through every single state exhibit to deal with any objections concerning them, we will do so, however long that takes. So, not to sound like a broken record, but that part where the jurors need to go home so the issues concerning these documents can be worked through.
Judge Everett had it yesterday. The defense kept firing.
Yeah, Leslie put together. I have also never seen Judge Everett stand up to talk to the lawyers, and Judge Everett, which I really appreciate. He's been very patient in motion hearings. He has respect for the jury and wasting their time. He is, and that's why he's saying, like, I'll send the jury home. We'll go through all this again that we already went through. But he's like, I will not waste the jurors' time with these objections and keep having to send them out. So anyway, I have tremendous respect for that. Well, every decision. Yeah, I just think Judge Everett is a wonderful judge. Okay, that's all I had to show. Those admonishments were too delightful. I had to share them. So, all right, let me remove. Oh, True Crime Wifey. Let's see. Wait, do I see your screen? I don't see your screen to share. Like, I don't have you clicked on the video you want to show? Oh, okay. I think it's, yeah. Okay.
Yes, and I just want to let the chat know that Allison and I can both see the StreamYard chat, and that's why she has the chat on the screen. It's in the bottom right corner. So that's both people chatting on her channel and my channel. So if I put in anything in the chat, it's going to be through StreamYard. So it's going to show up in that small right corner, because I don't think I'm going to be able to chat on my phone at the same time. So I'm just realizing that, Allison.
True Crime Wifey is streaming to her channel. We're simultaneously streaming. So
okay.
Okay. So True Crime Wifey, do you want to just like enlarge that video?
Yeah, I will. Yes, I will. I was going to talk for 1 second. So
Well, I'm turning it over to True Crime Wifey to give introduction for this. I'll mute myself.
So what I said the other day was Wendy subtly implicates another person, and I haven't really seen anyone talk about it. So I'm going to play this clip it's only about a minute or so. It's from Law and Crime Trials Network. Give them a like and a subscribe. But I want everyone to hear this part and listen at her subtleness when she implicates, she basically is giving another person for Isom to look at. And it is her former divorce attorney. Here we go.
Oh, wait.
I filed a motion.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just before you play that, do you, and for people that haven't maybe seen the entire, Wendy implicates many people, but nobody has noticed or commented on it publicly. She implicates her own family, you know, she has someone come into her former boyfriend, the Amy Adler, her ex-husband's new wife, his husband. So like that's all been, but this is like an additional subtle. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So she's discussing with Detective Craig Isom at this moment. This is the day that Dan Markel was shot, and she's discussing with him. And first off, Wendy starts talking. I'll just kind of tell you what to listen for real quick. Wendy is discussing that she says Danny put sanctions against my attorney, and then she withdrew from the case. She's doing that breathing, sobbing thing. And then she says, like, she's not going to lash out at him. She's using the legal process, but Isom doesn't pick up on it. So here we go.
To the court to have him pay me what he said he would. And he filed a counter motion for sanctions against my attorney because he thought that she did something wrong, which she didn't. But so, I mean, she withdrew from the case, was going to serve as a witness. So she's not going to lash out at him for it. She's using the legal process to do it. My parents are, very angry towards him. But even when they're around my kids, they would never say a bad word about my kid's father. They're really, really careful about that. They just like him, but they know.
Okay, so because I believe that she's a master manipulator, I think that she was trying to steer him in the direction. And then right after that, she says, oh, and then my parents, then she's talking about the divorce. My parents would never say anything bad about him, when we know that the grandma motion was about her mom talking bad things about Dan Markel. So that was my little aha. She did it very subtly.
Yeah. That's how
She's just being manipulative.
Yeah. So everyone she implicated, she did do artfully. I do think she's very intelligent. So she's saying, oh, my lawyer wouldn't do that. But and that's how she goes through like implicating people. Like otherwise, I don't think like investigators would even necessarily think of the people she's implicating. She's like, oh, it wouldn't be my family. Oh, my brother made this joke about it would be cheaper to hire a hitman buy you a TV than hire a hitman. And my parents knew he was, which is not even the case, emotionally abusive. Oh, but they wouldn't do something like this. So she, and then this is clever as well for Jeff Lacoste. She doesn't mention him, but I think she has a friend come in, and previously, I think she's already gaslighted that friend into thinking Jeffrey Lacoste is jealous. And so then she has the friend bring up Jeffrey Lacoste. So that's how she achieves bringing up her boyfriend. Amy Adler, she did with Amy Adler's ex-husband, she did just mention him. She didn't say she doesn't know him, but she talked about, so she just said, oh, I don't know if he would do something. The people like, anyway, so yeah, even though she's saying, oh, my lawyer wouldn't do this, but she's really upset about the contempt. She withdrew from the case. She withdrew from the case because she doesn't want all this baggage, and that was even before the murder. And the idea that, but she just wants to put it out there, all these like potential leads.
Yeah, and she does it in a manner, you're right, everyone that she tells Isom like to look at, then she like backs off, like that she's playing a game with him. Like she's also information collecting while she's in that entire interview. So I also see that John Smith has joined. Hi John, welcome. But yeah, so what do you guys think about that? Like do you see like what I saw? Because
I did not notice.
I never picked up on it before. She's like, she wouldn't lash out. She's using the legal process, and like she's rocking. It's so dramatic.
Yeah, when True Crime Wifey mentioned she noticed Wendy implicating someone else that hasn't been discussed publicly, I thought, oh, is True Crime Wifey talking about, she mentions like Amy Adler's ex-husband, that doesn't get talked a lot about. But no, this, I totally did not notice this as well thrown out there as, again, like, oh, this person was really upset. Oh, but they wouldn't do that. But still, then it's out there. And with her, I mean, I don't think she wanted her parents. I feel like this is her insurance policy. That if, with regard to her family, she does put out there, oh, well, they hated him enough. She contradicts herself about how her family, about the brother joking about hiring a hitman. And so, and then she says, oh, they would never do such a thing. In fact, I think Isom asked her, would they do something like this? So she, no, they would a million interrogation room to tell him. And she does the whole thing like, oh, Mom, are you sitting down? Da, da, da. And then when she gets off the phone, she says, oh, they were surprised, so that's reassuring. Like she's still implying, it's clever because when she's saying, oh, it's not them, she keeps giving hints so that basically if it does come down, she's protected herself the best, except she couldn't stop herself driving by the crime scene because she just, but in terms of messages and stuff, I think she thought, hopefully no one gets convicted. She didn't care about the hitman. And then if they like start looking at the family, they'll be looking at Donna and Charlie, not her or more than her. And actually she's achieved that because Charlie's already convicted and Donna's on trial.
Well, and it's a tactic because what she's doing is she's wasting time. She's honestly wasting time. Dan is at the hospital dying, And she does this a few times in the interview when Isom starts asking her, like, even to get, it's a tactic to just spend as much time as she can and to kind of, okay, in my opinion, make sure that Dan passes away. I know that might be morbid, but even when Isom is asking her for the contact information for his mother, his father, or Shelley, she kind of is roundabout and is not being forthcoming. Like, oh, I think I just deleted them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. And she never actually gives him any numbers.
Yeah, she doesn't give any of Dan's family's
and
numbers.
And she does say, like, yeah, she does actually admit that she has Phil's number, but she never gives it to Isom. So.
I don't see how, so I agree with everything you just said. In terms of, like, she wants Dan to pass away, so she's wasting time. Like, he's not treating Dan in the hospital, so wasting Isom's time.
No, wasting time, meaning Dan is alone up there. She's not notifying anybody. No one is being notified. No one is going to the hospital to be with Dan. This is why I think she's, in my opinion, a very bad person. Like, yeah, like no one is going up there. Even.
Yeah, so she didn't want them to be there for, like, this is evil. Like, this is causing them more pain.
Yes, this is the evil part.
Yeah, I had a chill. So, like, I don't know if it would have been, they would at least have had the option, if the family had known earlier, to be with him, to be with him before he died, because they were keeping him on. He was, I think, essentially like brain dead at that. But they were keeping him on life support. Yeah. So, and there was a friend, like, who heard on the who goes over
the news and was able to
go
up
heard
there.
The news. I was like, is that right? Yeah. So, like, and then basically Dan's family didn't have the opportunity. If they, they could have at least made the choice for themselves. They could decide, we don't want to see Dan like that. He's already, but then would at least they'd at least be able to make that choice for themselves.
Well, and Dan would have been, he would not, he would have been, of course, in a hospital bed. They would have had him, like, wrapped. Yes, that is not appropriate, that's very scary or whatever. But when his friends went there to be with him before he passed away, like, the hospital didn't just have Dan sitting there like that, like he was cleaned up. He had been, he had.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I just think that it's a tactic of hers. Because he told her in the beginning that he's not going to make it, but he doesn't tell her that he's passed away. Meaning Isom has not.
I think at that point he hadn't passed away, but he said he's not going to make it. He's still alive. Didn't he say he was still alive, but not gonna?
Yeah, and that's probably my only criticism of Isom, is that I wish he wouldn't have told her that Dan wasn't going to make it. Like, I wish he just would have told her, like, Dan's been shot and left it at that.
Oh, yeah. Because then if she's thinking Dan could pull through and then then be able to speak for himself about that they were these, people he didn't know, hitmen. But that might have affected how much she said, or certainly would have made her nervous.
Yeah, if he would have just said, like, he's been shot. I mean, we don't know what, in the arm, she didn't know where.
Yeah,
I believe she did know. I believe she did know where, but that's my opinion.
Well, hitman probably
Yeah, she was notified. I
Well, she
think
was
that
notified that he was, I think, like hitmen probably in general, like shoot the head. And there are occasionally people that, and that he was shot twice. But like she didn't know, they were bumbling, they were incompetent in terms of like the gunman when they're driving up there. This is so weird. He shoots, it was a rent-a-car. Like in when they're driving, he shoots the unintentionally shoots like the car, like the floor of the gas, what ended up being the gas tank in the car. Like by so given like their incompetence like that, yeah, they could have missed the she didn't I don't think she didn't know he was hitting the head now, even though, at this point. Well, she shouldn't have known. And that he was, I mean, occasionally people are shot in the head and they depending on like they do survive, and they what I mean, Dan in a sense survived, but they can still have full recovery. It's kind of amazing, like, but I guess it just depends on um yeah.
okay, so I don't remember exactly when this is in the during the interview, but when Wendy says his mother is a large, talking about Dan, his mother is a large woman and has some ongoing health issues. They are turning 70 this year. And then she's like, oh, I don't have his sister's number. I do have Phil's cell number. Well, maybe Ruth's. And this is at 6:40 p.m. And she's at like I think the interview starts around like 2:10, 2:15 p.m. So she's already been in there for 4 hours and is just now giving that information. But she disparages Ruth in the
I
same
didn't notice
instance.
that about Ruth. The telephone number is okay. First of all, I don't believe she didn't have the contact information because, even if she's estranged from them, you would still keep your children's like grandparent telephone number. Like, even if I would think, even if you're divorced, but actually, if she genuinely deleted them, that would show, I think, a high level of estrangement and animosity. So actually, either way, that is, well, either way, I feel like it implicates Wendy. She's either lying about it, or if she really did it, she really deleted their information. That's weird and underscores her animosity.
Yes. Okay, so do you want to move on to the next thing, Allison?
Yeah,
We're
sure.
We're going to listen to the first hot mic jail call. And this is the one where, let me make sure I'm queued up to the time. I thought I did all that. I just want to make sure. Oh, yeah, this starts at 13 minutes. And we're using this little bit of Pretty Lies and Alibis videos. Please go over to their channel and subscribe. Okay. Oh, wait, let me rewind it just a hair. Because there's actually closed captions on this. Oh, let me, yeah. I'm gonna go back about 30 seconds because this is all. Okay, here we go. I forgot to share screen. Oh. Okay, I'm so sorry. I was listening. Okay, I was watching it on my own. Sorry, hold on. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, thank you, Lolly, she's mentioning she sent another email to Wagstaff. Yeah, I think watching the Adelson case and various other reasons, I just feel a surge of energy to advocate and push this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna close my tabs as I complete them so I don't get confused.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's something that I should do too. Okay, yeah. Your jailhouse.
See it? Am I sharing?
Yeah. I think it's up for everyone. The jailhouse calls.
Here we go.
I'd like to resign now. Do I want to go to sleep and not see?
Hold on. I need to rewind it a little bit more. I'm so sorry.
Say goodbye.
Oh man.
It doesn't change.
Yeah, that's no worries, True Crime Wifey. Did you want to? I'm like, wow.
Here it is. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, did you want to? I think everyone in the chat is very familiar with this case, but did you want to just like explain a little bit for if people who aren't as familiar with the case that about the jailhouse calls? Yeah.
Yes. So this is the night of November 6th, 2023, and Charlie had been convicted. Right, the verdict came earlier that day. And this is when he's on the call with his mom and he gets disconnected and Donna doesn't hang up. And then she continues to talk. Let me make sure this volume is all the way up right there. Okay, here we go.
And thank you very much. I don't want to do you know what I want to do. But what is happening? I think would be a nice way to just leave you alone, say goodbye. I am not your myself. Go to prison. Something he didn't do. I can't push it. I'm not that strong. And I also know how he is a year ahead. His body and everything has slowly started to deteriorate. I'm old. I have a life. We had a great marriage. Happy, we traveled, we lived good. I really am not unhappy. And I'm more than willing to just say goodbye and let me lie down. It doesn't painful. I just want to go to sleep. We bought our cemetery property a couple months ago. We're good. I'm good. But when did you this weekend? Because I said something that made her feel like I had enough, and I'm not going to watch. If the trial doesn't go well, I know what I need to do. Now, you know something was wrong because we lived here 9 years. Yeah. She's never once just come over and said, I need to talk to you. I'm sure. Probably. Make sure this all big lunch. She sat down on the couch right there. I was sitting here, and she didn't say, "Look, Mom, this is a horrible time for all of us. Charlie's on trial for his life. We're all aggravated. But if this is what you're thinking, just sat there. And she said, "Listen, you're suicidal. I'm going to take correction." So I said, "I'm not suicidal. I'm fine. I'll see the boys tomorrow night." Yeah, we saw them Sunday night. Great. Now,
am I kind of like cutting out? Is that the
to go to sleep and not see my son? I do. Perfectly honest, I do. And we'll do it together. We do it together.
Oh yeah, it's clear now. So it probably was it was going in and out, but that
Yeah,
made
yeah,
the jail
Alice. Yes,
calls.
yeah, it's because it's the jail call.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
It is hard to hear.
I just wanted to double check because sometimes
I
apparently,
could,
yeah. No, it's good.
I-
It's good. And actually,
I
that
could
stuff, it's not what comes through clearly. What's about to come through clearly, it sounded like clearly. That's the most important part. Like, there's so many. Basically, Donna and Charlie, they're talking like all the time, and yeah, almost continuously, hour after hour.
Well, and another thing, Allison, yesterday when you were live streaming, remember, I was in there, and I can't remember who else was in there, and then we said that your mic was messed up, or we said we couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Wherever you were getting that feed from, those were the people who had the audio issues. Because
it wasn't me.
No, it was not you. No, because other channels were having to cut off of I don't know who was in the courtroom with the pool cams, but I think Court TV had it on. The Tallahassee Democrat. There were several pool cams that were connected into the audio, but someone's was not good. So there were channels who were streaming it who were having to go to another channel because the audio was bad. So if you were on the good audio one, you didn't have to do it if you were streaming it. Okay, I just wanted to let you know it was not your audio.
Yeah, I think I was that original. I was trying to like support the local. It was Tallahassee Democrat, but yeah, I had okay.
Okay, yeah, so they were the ones I guess that didn't have a good audio, even though they're okay. Well, whatever. That's neither here nor there. They probably
might have
fixed
been
it.
me. But I guess if other people were having that problem, yeah, that probably wasn't me. But I still feel like it could have been my. Okay. My channel.
And I wanted to ask you because Pretty Lies and Alibis, they have actually put up captions, so I could take off these closed captions because I think that they're showing what's being said.
Oh yeah.
See how I just changed that? So I'll take off the YouTube closed captions so we can see what Pretty Lies and Alibis is putting down there. Okay.
Go to sleep and not see my son? I do. Perfectly honest, I do. And we'll do it together. We'll do it together. Leave a note. They'll know when to come and get us. And we'll do it together. The boy. Look, got to make a decision at some point. So after speaking to Dan this morning and knowing what they're thinking up there, I don't know if we'll make it out in time. I really don't. But Dan said, you might. Or you might do all of it, get to the airport, and they'll stop. And that could happen. It could happen. I don't know, but it's worth a try. I've tried. I don't know what I'm doing. I've lost it, but I don't know what I'm doing. And we have to work that stuff for Roman for the argue with that.
What do you think? How does it want to be done?
With stipulations as to who's in charge and
it's got to fund those in a trust and there is the volume under and the trustee. And so the trustee and the guardian will be over then the trustee on.
So you that somebody would be watching?
Yeah, well, we want someone to take care of it, guardian of the person. So,
I would make some effort to respond if someone's called. If she would do that, I could sit here with you and say, would you do that? But I can't because no, it's done. So, do you tell her that I could call George?
No, I don't get it.
I don't know how to get in touch with her. So I said, let me ask George. So I said, George, I can't get in touch with her. responded and she told me my lawyer to call her lawyer if it's about the case. And I wrote back, not about the case. I have been Lisa. Sure.
So Donna is, okay, she doesn't realize she's being recorded still because she didn't press end on her phone. She is at home with Harvey. They're very upset. Charlie's going away for life without parole. The couple there is Rick and Susan, and they are the estate attorneys, and they're a married couple for the Adelsons. And I can't remember their last names, but I wouldn't even say their last names anyway. After a couple of minutes, we're going to end up hearing Donna read the text from Wendy, like the really mean text, the one that I read the other night on my live stream.
When I said, I just got off with Charlie, he's worried about you. He wants to know what, oh, because I said, yeah, we know you never ask anything about your brother, and she doesn't, and she told me it's because her lawyer said she shouldn't ask.
Unfortunately,
we found out it's not true, but we just got off the phone with him.
My attorney said no, and he asked her attorney. Her attorney said,
I never told her that.
But I've never confronted him.
No.
I don't want to.
So I wrote this last night. We know you never ask anything about your brother. This is 8 o'clock last night. But we just got off the phone with him, and the first thing he asked was, how's Wendy holding up? I didn't have the heart to tell him that you never called us or asked about him. I just said, we weren't up to phone calls right now. Everyone looks to protect you. I bet you've got a lot to think about. But then she didn't answer. But then I got another call from Charlie last night, and I said, just got off the phone with Charlie. He's worried about you. He wants to know why we didn't speak. I told him a lie. I said, we're only speaking with you and Dan right now. I couldn't bear to tell him the truth. Your sister never even called us, is the truth. So she says this morning, I thought she'd be racing over here last night. Yeah. Dear Mom,
The hot pink phone was because it was hot mic.
By the verdict. But the anger directed at me is not justified.
This is new, more.
I don't know how much anger there is. Really don't. I'm not responsible in any way for Charlie's situation. I am not guilty because I did not do anything wrong, and I was not involved in any way with Danny's death. When I was interviewed by the police and testified in court, I told the truth, as I was required to do. I cannot control how the prosecutor used my statement at Charlie's trial. Again, I didn't say that. Also, as you know, my lawyer has advised me not to talk to my family or anyone else about this case. No, about the case, which is true, we've never done it. I followed his advice despite your disagreements with this guidance. Please do not text me about this case anymore. Not about the case, is it? Not what I said. About her brother, and that he wants, how are you, Wendy? How's my sister holding up? If you have anything further to say about the case, please go through our lawyers. Right now, I have to be singularly focused on taking care of the boys during this difficult time. So I wrote back, okay, we have no desire to speak with you about the case. I guess Dad and I are just shocked that you didn't think of coming to see us or even calling us. We are your parents. We are and have always been there for you and the boys. None of what we wrote matters about the case. That's over. I just want you to know how many times Charlie is asking about you. Not only do you not ask about us, but not one question about Charlie, right? We will need to give you some information shortly, and we need some business assistance. Please let us know if you can be of any help. I have a space here. I want to give her codes. We're going to be gone. I want her to have all this information. I have the cemetery property. I want her to see all that. I want her to have all these papers and the wills. I want her to see all this. So please let us know if you can be of any help. The other thing is the visa, which she would know about. No, I said we need some business assistance. Please let us know. If not, we'll try to find someone who can help us. This needs an immediate reply so I can start asking other people to help. And then she always gets nervous if we want to talk to her. So I wrote, don't get nervous. Again, nothing, in capital letters, nothing about the case. just would like to show you some business stuff and personal things. If you can't do it, we must find someone who can. I hope you understand that it has nothing to do with the case. There is no more case. And then I wrote, by the way, you said you have to focus on the boys. Have you told them? So when I got George before, I said to him, he says, I was over there last night. I said, well, I asked Wendy, but I haven't got any word from her. So did she tell the boys? And he said, she did. Now I know Ben was very close. He was writing to Charlie all the time. So I said, how are they? And Ben was very quiet. He didn't really talk much. He said, Lincoln kind of faced it and said, so he's never coming home. He's never coming back. And so he said it took him 10 minutes and he was into basketball. I said, fine, he's a child. That's okay. I don't want to see them miserable and upset. That's not my goal. I just want to know how are they. So that's what I said earlier to George, because it was technical stuff that I couldn't do on the computer. I think just because we were out of it. So, and he's a computer tech person. So I said, can you help me with some computer stuff that I can't get done? And he was on some business calls, so that he texted me just before I can be there, maybe 5:30. Would that be good? I said yes, but if I can get stuff done, then it's no.
I told Rick we have the space in the passport.
We have the photos. We have to get them downloaded. And the other thing I don't understand that my daughter could help me with, but we've been looking it up over and over because things change if there is extradition from Vietnam. Because we've looked at all the places. I mean, I could go to Korea and China, but there's no extradition. But we're looking for places where there's no extradition.
In 15 minutes.
Who? Really? Good. Maybe she knows about. Maybe she can look up the extradition issue before we waste our time.
Tell on you that my parents are thinking of leaving the country. My lawyer told us to do that. Okay, but if you mention it to Wendy, is Wendy going to tell somebody?
Well, you tell her beforehand.
I apologize. I was on mute when I paused it, but I said, Harvey just said in the background, Wendy just texted him and she'll be over in 15 minutes. So Wendy comes over to Donna and Harvey's house this night on September 6th. She's during this call when it was happening live or real time, Wendy will be there in 15 minutes. But of course, the call's going to end before Wendy gets there. Man, I wish that the hot mic would have been open for longer.
And I need to tell you,
It was open this is a long time. It's amazing.
Yeah. Allison, do you want to say anything? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just want to mention, it's not crucial that it comes in my but Judge Everett, so the defense filed motions to try to keep this call out, and I believe Judge Everett denied that, and he's allowing all this in. Yeah.
And again, we want to thank everyone for coming in. The live chat is in this bottom area, the bottom right. But because I'm like maneuvering things, I actually haven't been paying too much attention to the chat. And I will say something else, Allison, even though like you and I can see everything in StreamYard, like everyone's chat on both channels, I think that, well, I know because I do it all the time when I'm in a chat, people chat amongst themselves and the interaction. So I believe a lot of people are probably on your channel just because that's where the interaction is happening between them, because we haven't been pulling up the live chats. I'm the chats in the live. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like people like the interaction. Are you there?
Yeah, talking to me. Yes. No, I agree. Often my chatter videos end up, yeah, I just, which I really enjoy, just chatting with the
And I see Rebecca Rose. Yeah, Rebecca has joined. The Love of God. I'm trying to scroll up to not miss anyone. Okay, I think, but thank you all for being here. This is quite the experience for me. I really appreciate this, Allison. Thank you.
Oh no,
Right,
I'm so grateful.
Well, and the reason why I pointed out Wendy coming over in 15 minutes, because the next thing that we're going to show, I have some comments about that. Okay.
Something as an attorney who doesn't talk and has nothing to do with the case. It just has to do with Mom and I and some decisions.
Oh, and another thing, Donna's continuous insistence, it's got nothing to do about the case. There is no case. The case is over. It's telling me as someone listening is like it has everything to do with the case.
Oh yeah, and listening to that. Charlie's case is over, but the Dan Markel is still getting justice because now there's a Donna case, and well, she knows that it is a possibility. She's texting or emailing about like the case is over. That's even manipulative itself, because she's also saying to these people the same day, like, I don't know if we're gonna get out on time, like before there's arrest warrant. So she knows that the issue isn't really, even though Charlie's trial has concluded, the case of Dan Markel has not.
Yes.
That we have to make. Yeah, I know you want to bring her up and show her where everything is. It's a plane crash, no one's going to know where anything is or who belongs to what. So I would like her to come up here so she could see it. I don't think that's asking too much. She can live 3 hours away. Every time she says, can you do this? Can you come here? Can you do this? Everything. How many times do we have plans that I really can't and have to cancel? Wendy needs us for this. Wendy needs us to babysit. So we've been really good nannies, and I guess our job is up. Because now the boys are older, they can go out with friends, they can do things on their own. So she doesn't need grandma and grandpa. Okay, pretty hurtful. I have one son that I don't speak with. I have one son who's close to being dead. And my daughter, whom I love, is doing this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I said to Harvey, I swear to God, our family was cursed. Absolutely cursed. And I don't know how to take care of it anymore. So. We're going to better be able to sit at a table than that chair. I know, just click it off. Because the numbers and the emails up under our faces. So I have to at night shut off the sound because it doesn't stop. I'll show you what we did. The hotel, because you need to get an address to put on the visa. Nobody knows where we are. Everybody just some address on the visa. Look up. She must be a child. Whatever it's under my position. Is that what anything is? I just want a place that I didn't know. When did it tell you what the price is, or do I have to go on to school? I should have waited. Probably have to go on to. Yeah. Which one is this? Is it called a demand? Like this, Thomas?
Oh,
Yeah, she's already
Uh-oh.
in that feeling
Oh,
discarded by Wendy. She must be even more upset because Wendy is refusing and won this motion to testify as a defense witness. She's only testifying as a prosecution witness because she's getting immunity when she testifies for the state for the things she says in that are truthful. And her lawyer successfully argued she's just going to plead the fifth for everything that defense asks. So Judge Everett, Wendy's not willing to be called as a defense witness to the extent there was a motion about it. And Judge Everett sided with Wendy, actually.
Oh. Yeah, do you think that that's what set her off? Because
what?
Wendy is ignoring her in these calls. Like, I feel like I was a little surprised that the defense came out basically blaming Charlie and Wendy.
Yeah, I think that's a strategy. Obviously a strategy, but I think Harvey, there seems like there's no communication with Wendy. I think there's a lot of resentment, anger. The thing is, with trying each perpetrator one at a time, so Harvey's not charged in this. I don't even know if he's undied co-conspirator. I'm pretty sure Wendy is because she was already undied co-conspirator in Charlie's. But if Donna were to, which is actually why I think Harvey's hearing this. I think Harvey knew this was coming and he's okay with it. If they can cast enough shade, reasonable doubt on other people, then she could be acquitted. Then she wouldn't be able to be tried again because it'd be double jeopardy. And, then the next person charged, if that's Wendy, hopefully, if there is someone else charged, then they can blame Donna and Charlie. Like they're already blaming the hitman, and they're basically, sounds like they're blaming Charlie. They might be going with the double extortion theory, but yeah, they're for instance, like with Harvey, so they have a joint email, Harvey and Donna, and messages are coming through that have been entered into court, and Donna's lawyers are basically arguing like, oh, that could be Harvey emailing. Yeah, and Harvey's sitting there supportive of it. I mean, if he wasn't, I think he might have gotten up and walked out.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's the defense's strat. I just never thought that Donna would have allowed someone to blame Wendy. I thought that blaming Charlie was going to be her defense, but like Jackie Fulford, like, with her cross-examining Luis Rivera yesterday, it was like, well.
Oh, yeah, she called him Mr. Garcia twice, too.
Oh, I know. And then he corrected her the second time. But yeah. But yeah, I was like, wow. Because I just felt like Donna was always going to protect Wendy. I definitely think that she pretty much sacrificed Charlie. Because, when I listened to the jail calls a long time ago.
Given that he was found guilty, she could see it as not throwing. Charlie's he's convicted. His appeal, I mean, everyone realizes such a slim chance. I don't think she's, although then, yeah, she might be annoyed because he basically at the last minute didn't allow Rashbaum to represent her. That's probably beneficial for Donna, though. So that may have upset Donna, but other than that, she might be least upset with Charlie than the other two kids, including, she's already estranged from Robert, who has been public.
And then she, in the call, I mean, in the hot mic that we just listened to, she's like, I don't talk to one son. I have another one who's almost dead. Like, I guess because Charlie's locked up for the rest of his life, does that mean that he's now dead to her? Like, what? That was so weird.
Oh, I think Charlie was sort of saying that himself, like, is basically dead.
Yeah, I'm alive, but I'm dead. Yeah.
He said he'd rather have cancer than this sentence. But
I also thought that it was I think that Donna probably convinced Charlie to hire Daniel Rashbaum. Like, Daniel Rashbaum had been, when we watched the trial, I kept thinking, like, who is Daniel Rashbaum defending here? Is it Donna and Wendy instead of Charlie? It was very odd. And Daniel Rashbaum had been their attorney for a long time.
Exactly.
Like
that's the
Charlie
original
had
conflict.
so much money. Yeah, Charlie had so much money. Like,
and Daniel Rashbaum, he doesn't. I don't know if he's ever defended in homicide. He's like a white collar criminal lawyer. So, and he already was representing Donna and Harvey, and maybe they, I think they already had a good rapport with him, and so. Yeah, Donna got Charlie to hire him, and the courts didn't probably realize that Rashbaum, because Rashbaum probably didn't disclose that he's already Donna and Harvey's client. So that I mean, now that he's represented Charlie, I agree completely that if Charlie doesn't. But I feel like even that was unethical, like, to begin with. You know what? Charlie would have done so much better not doing that. I totally agree. Like, Donna felt like Rashbaum would be loyal to her, and he was. And it was such a... The weird thing is, though, she keeps still saying, and Charlie's even saying it, how good a job Rashbaum did. They watched the trial, Charlie in the courtroom, apparently the parents were, and they thought, I mean, Charlie thought at the end of the trial, he was going home to the extent that he was giving away his commissary.
I know. And you know what's so funny in the jail, like in the jail calls, when the, like, the guys are coming back and giving Charlie like socks and some Ritz crackers and a can of sardines, and you can hear him like, hey, yeah, thanks, buddy, thanks, but thanks, dude, he's like thanking them, and Donna's like, oh, like, I'm like, oh, she's probably like, oh, Charlie's got some friends in there. Like, it's so funny. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Although when I think about prison, I mean, I think it's probably better to make friends there with your colleagues,
right,
than not to. So it's he's making the best of situations. So Donna might be thinking that. I don't know.
No, I just think, I don't know, there's like a tone in her voice that seems like, oh, I'm so proud of my Charlie. He's making some friends, and oh, look how good they're treating him. They're giving him back his socks and his food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I've just listened to him too much. Maybe I've just listened to the jail calls too much, because another thing is, and I don't know if anyone's going to agree with me, but when Charlie's on and on and on, because I just re-listened to them for the first time in a long time, and Charlie just goes on and on and on, and he's telling Donna all of the information about what it's like being in jail. I feel like Donna is gathering information from him, like, okay, oh, if I'm mental, then I'm alone and I'm in a padded cell and I don't have any clothes on, but like if I don't act like I'm mental, then I get to be with other people. I can, use my money to make friends. I feel like Donna's like finding out information from Charlie on, how the jail scene is going to be.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, can I just pull this up? 850. I asked her if it was okay to say her name. I think she said it was, but I'm still, in case I misunderstood that. But yeah, she's from Tallahassee originally, or at least she was there when Dan was shot, and she in fact saw him the week before at the pool with his boys. And yeah, I've been texting with 850, and she's still in Florida, not Tallahassee, but she's in Florida. She's going in person on Monday, and then she said on Tuesday she'll come on the channel and talk about what she observes. But she's gonna be there for the Wendy day. Like, that just happened to work out. I think maybe the only day that works out for 850 with her family, her schedule. But yeah, I feel like the Wendy day is gonna be most fascinating. Yeah, and Rebecca Ross, she's saying it here in the chat. So I guess it's fun. There's like, one person who doesn't, even though she's attending the trial, keeps her, doesn't want her identity revealed. You can attend the trial and not want that. But in this, Rebecca Ross was, so saying that she was there. So she was next to, I didn't know what Rebecca Ross looked like, but apparently, it's her picture well enough anyway to realize I saw Patty in the green. She looked great. And then people mentioned that Rebecca Ross was the person next to her in the trial, sitting next to Patty. Oh, True Crime Wifey, are you there? Are you muted?
Yeah, no, I was muted because my golden retriever's barking in the background. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, these dogs might end up doing that.
So let's go ahead and play the next video, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Or if you want to, or do you want to do the chat?
No, there's nothing else is coming to. Yeah, because she potentially could have testified Friday, but they ended up, the prosecution has to disclose like a potential witness list, and I think they always err on the side of that being more than necessarily they're going to call, because it is an issue if then they have to disclose all that. And they're working up to Wendy's. They're going to bring in a lot of like Donna's messages in their questioning of Wendy. And that's obvious because, well, basically the prosecution had said that and the book, so the judge ruled that basically the book can't come in unless it's used to impeach Wendy. Like he's saying basically it's not relevant enough to Donna specifically. So I think a lot of evidence is going to be entered. Yeah, I think there's going to be more extensive questioning than in previous trials. So anyway, that's going to be fascinating. True Crime Wifey, I saw you had the Charlie call up, but I don't see it now. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't seeing it either, so I kept sharing. I was trying to reshare it because never mind. All right, here we go. Okay, this is, on 2 days after Charlie was convicted, this call starts at 6:38 a.m. and you see it's 48 minutes long. We're gonna go to about I'm gonna go back a little bit, about the 45 mark or so. It's like another dropped mic call, and then we'll talk about that after. Okay, let me unmute this. Here we go.
Point, it's a case at this point with everybody that I really thought we would have. Ask it or better.
Everybody's so covered. In no way do I.
I'm just playing the last couple minutes.
Complaints about anything Dan did. He did what the best attorney would do, the most research that could be done, the most hours that could be put in, nights and weekends. I know he sat on the phone for hours the first 5 months that you were in solitary. He sat on the phone at night with you. I mean,
well, you guys paid Rashbaum $2 million, so.
Oh, did we find out that's how much he got? Yeah, when she's saying like the most hours, I was thinking, like some clients. I mean, he's just putting that on his invoice to them.
Right.
Weekend, Sunday night, like some clients would be, and sitting on the phone talking to you, like he was charging for all those hours. And Donna seems to think that's a good thing. I do think that Rashbaum, but this is not good lawyering, and not that I'm a lawyer, but just in my opinion, Rashbaum was reassuring them Charlie was going home. I do believe he was a particularly reassuring, and they wanted to believe him. The clearly, so that's
they were delusional. They were delusional. They clearly watched a different trial than us.
Exactly. I can't believe they actually thought he did a good job.
Okay, I'll get back to the video.
My dad and I look at each other and say, what else can we have done? Was there anything else that we could have done that we didn't do? And we had the best. And we had the jury consultants, we had the best. we had Tallahassee, and they wouldn't. They didn't listen. Listen. Listen, Charlie. You're gonna be. Can you hear me, Charlie?
So this
Charlie,
is when it disconnects.
hear me?
But she's still on it.
Charlie. Clicked off. I bet it's because it was an hour. Yeah, he'll call me back. Okay. You can make her aware now that the things that we need to discuss are private. If George wants to remain in the lobby, he can, but I have a lot of personal information that I need to give. You call her. Yeah. I mean,
He just said that she's arriving now, meaning Wendy is arriving.
just say it. I don't care if she's holding up a speaker. Say, George, if you need George to drive you, you can.
I'm
Do
sorry,
we know
or they're
what date is
discussing.
this? So this is
sorry.
the day after those. Is this basically 2 days after
This is-
Charlie was convicted?
Yes, this is 2 days after Charlie is convicted. This call started very early morning, but it's 45 minutes later. So we're at like what? What is that? 7.
Oh, there was
7:15
something I think the closed caption might. Well, this is probably a fact that people know. She said, the closed caption said, in terms of like Wendy, complaining Wendy hasn't rushed over. And then she said, like, she only lives 3 hours away. I think that must be 3 minutes, right? Because.
Yeah, they're not far from each other.
Yeah. Okay. That was just like the close. Yeah. I mean, if it was, I thought when I saw that come up in the closed captions, I thought that was truly the case. I thought she did all this so she could be close to her parents. But yeah, I think it's probably 3 minutes. Okay.
You can, or I'll say it in a nice way. I don't want to use this phone. She's going to call me back. What did she say? A little after 8? Yeah.
I'll meet her downstairs. I'll tell her.
Yeah, just tell her, let me know when you're 5 minutes away.
Yeah, she's going to give it to me to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think the back. They shut Charlie's phone off before he's going to call back.
No, I don't know. I mean, it just clicked off. No, because my daughter comes up. I don't care what I wear. George is not coming in. But no problem. And if we finish and she still would like to stay a little bit and have George come up, I have no problem. It's just that everything I'm doing is personal with her. So, no. Yeah. I just said to Annie, I'm on the phone with Charlie, and I'll call you when I get off. So I'm not going to call. Maybe I'll call her before Wednesday comes. I'll call her. Charlie calls, then I'm going to get off. So yeah. So the things that we want is for him to. We'll talk about in more detail later. I'll tell her I thought at first you needed to come here, but I realized that most of everything we can do. I'll have to tell her we're leaving the country. They're not recording my phone. If they are, they will just stop. I mean, what am I going to do? I can't write it. Dan just don't put anything in writing. I can't. What am I supposed to do? Should I? I can't. So I'm supposed to call Dan, but that line is included. Because I don't have a private line. So they can either hear me tell Dan to call Annie, or they're going to hear me tell Annie. They might as well hear me. Yeah. I mean, what's the option? Or Annie Cunningham? No, not necessarily. But I'll tell her that there's business things that Harvey wants to talk to Ron about, and it involves. It shouldn't be a whole lot of work, but it's going to be some because he's going to need to be able to contact the handyman. Check apartment numbers. We'll give him all the information he needs. He'll send Ron a picture of broken cabinets, and Ron will say, yes, go ahead and replace these. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going to tell her details. I'll just say Harvey will talk to him later. Call Annie Cunningham. I don't know what it's about. No, I don't know if he's going to get out of there. He's his mind if he's still open. You have to let him out for a show.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the next one.
Oh my gosh, it's so ironic that they're saying, "Oh, we need to talk about it," so we can't write it down, and that is being. I mean, unfortunately, it wasn't still recording when Wendy was in the apartment, but yeah, so ironic that all. They thought it was safe to be. They knew the jail calls were recorded, or certainly should have known. They knew that. And
yeah, she said, she's like, I need to tell her that we're leaving the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she tells Wendy that they're leaving the country in, like, you know, the next, just a little while after this recording. She tells Wendy they're leaving the country. I find that fascinating. Yeah, she's worried about her cell phone being tapped. Meanwhile, she hasn't pressed end on her phone.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's so ironic. Oh, yeah, Rebecca Ross and 850 are talking about I was wondering how crowded the courtroom was. Sometimes as these trials go on, like the Johnny Depp, when it first, the Johnny Depp Amber Heard civil trial, it first started, apparently there was no line. And then by the end, people were camping out. The courtroom didn't look crowded. I was expecting it to look more crowded. And I'm not even counting the, prosecution. I think they said they wanted 2 rows reserved, and like, as I guess if you want that, you need to put it in as a motion. And it wasn't contested, but and the judge approved it. But the defense said, "Oh yeah, we want the same amount. We have to, for all our supporters." And there's just Harvey sitting there, 2 rows reserved, and Harvey.
Did you see where John Lauro ended up giving him some sort of like coloring book to keep him occupied? Or was that a deep fake video? It might have been a deep fake
that in
video.
the chat. I don't know if it was serious or not. What kind of coloring book? Like, that's to keep him occupied, what, during the trial? I mean, his frown didn't look good. Yeah, he did not look like a pleasant person.
But now that I just said that to myself, like, because I feel like I saw a short of it, but now I'm wondering if it was a deep fake video. Like, maybe Rebecca could tell us. Rebecca, did Harvey end up getting some sort of pen and book to doodle in?
I mean, maybe he said he wanted to take notes. Do we know it's a coloring book? I just would, I don't know if that's, unless it's like confirmed. I need a second source on that. Maybe Harvey, they wanted the 2 rows because Harvey, although he knew he wasn't going to be on the same side as the Markels, it is so, it must be so difficult, the Markels being there with these people that conspired to kill their son. But anyway, they've gone through it, and I'm sure Harvey avoids, well, they probably avoid Harvey. Harvey probably avoids them. Is that why they wanted the 2 benches? I think it looks bad, though. It looks like Donna has no support. I mean, I guess the jury doesn't know why it's reserved. It could be media or something.
It's It's on Leslie B's channel under her shorts.
Oh, the coloring book?
Harvey. Yeah, so I'm wondering.
Oh my God.
Do you want to pull it up?
Did I still have, oh yeah, hold on, let me, and I did put in the chat, okay, True Crime in a Min is her channel. Oops, what just happened there? Uh-oh. Oh. So
yeah, it's like it's number 1, 2, 3. Like if you're going left to right, it's number 1, 2, 3. Harvey needs a coloring book.
He gave Harvey a notebook because John Lauro apparently thought he was looking a little too spacey and at times grimacing. So they gave him essentially a coloring book for elderly people. He gave Harvey a notebook.
That's Joel. I recognize the voice, Joel from STS, who was in the courtroom. That does look like a coloring book. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot. Well, it's some sort of picture book. There's a lot of colors on it.
Yeah, and he only has one, and he's still grimacing, so it's not working. I mean, I think people are probably speculating about why they gave him the book. It does look like that. I'd want to see like more zoomed in to see maybe like he was doodling and drawing, and then it looked like he was making notes then, like writing something down with his pencil, not coloring.
So her short is pretty long. Like you're only about like 2% into the short. It keeps going.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought that was the whole thing. Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, we're going to see him. We're going to see him doodling. We're going to see him.
Okay. Yeah. Let me start it again.
Gave Harvey a notebook because John Lauro apparently thought he was looking a little too spacey and at times grimacing. So they gave him essentially a coloring book for elderly people. He gave Harvey a notebook because John Lauro apparently thought he was looking a little too spacey and at times grimacing. So they gave him essentially a coloring book for elderly people. He gave.
I think Leslie may not realize. I think she probably doesn't realize. I'll mention to her that probably when she puts a lot of work into editing these videos, but yeah, that it got ended up being repeated there.
Okay. Okay, that's okay.
That was it just
and it started over. Yeah, it started over. I thought that
shorts always start over, but it was also repeated within her short.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, there's Patty. What did people say about how crowded the courtroom was? Like,
I guess, I mean, I'm assuming that they're going to have everybody sitting shoulder to shoulder on Monday. So it seems like a lot of people are coming in Monday.
Yeah, Rebecca didn't see a book. I was kind of it wasn't apparently the case for Charlie's trial at any point, but Donna's, just with every trial and coverage of this case, it snowballs, and I thought there would be a lot of people interested in Donna's trial. I mean, even and I thought it might become one of those trials where you have to get in line early. But Rebecca, I mean, they probably have some like safety regulations about how many people can be in the courtroom, but it still didn't look packed. I wanted to ask. Oh, I'm afraid. Oh, Rebecca, are you still on? So Rebecca saw, she was writing in the chat. Rebecca saw Harvey in the garage. Like, you know, the courtroom, the courthouse garage. And some people have said they saw him with Wendy. Other people have said that he wasn't with Wendy. He was with was it one of like Donna's attorneys? He was with someone else. But I just wonder, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like annoyed enough at Wendy not helping Donna more that Harvey is. Oh, I think for
So
Rebecca.
like I thought that like because one thing I forgot to talk to you about before we went live was I wanted to tell you, like Patty had put up that she was going to go live at 10 p.m. tonight.
Oh,
So
okay, she is
trying to figure out. Well, but I just looked at it. It says Patty's been live for an hour, so I guess she scratched her 10 p.m. and she went live a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So do we want to wrap things up? We talked about doing a second one already. Because there's when True Crime Wifey and I were on the phone, we're both
we were talking over each other.
Yeah, we both go off on tangents. So like we're talking about a lot of stuff. But we did at least do enough planning that True Crime Wifey already did, you know, all this planning and time stamping. But yeah, at the end of the call, there's parts of like Wendy's podcast about her, like, you know, she's reading that in that writing course that I wanted to show, but I need to find it. So we can maybe do that next time. I'm sure whenever we'll figure out. Well, if True Crime, if you want to do it again, I'm not gonna put you on the spot. But yeah, we can.
No, this was fun. I had a good time. I want to get a little bit better with engaging with the chat, like, you know, because I didn't get to read everything, and I know everyone was talking amongst themselves and interacting a lot. So I do appreciate everyone for being here, and the chat just kept going while you and I were doing our thing. And this has been fun, Allison. Thank you so much.
I know, thank you. And yeah, thank you to all the chat for watching. Oh, let me just put it up about my mother's case and end on an appeal. Actually, I posted it on YouTube. So let me just pull up. Well, let me just put Wagstaff's. I got it. I forgot the S recently when I last posted it. And I was in my mother's case before I was talking to True Crime Wifey. I was talking to a second cousin who thinks Pat is guilty. She wants justice for my mother. In fact, she said she was at Jason's funeral. She was defending me. She's like, why is Pat here? He murdered Nancy. And everyone's in denial. And they're like, we don't know. Oh, we don't know what happened. And then like this cousin had, actually the cousin did, because she says she thinks about my mother's case a lot. And she really liked my mother. They were pen pals. Yeah, she was 12, so she remembers my mother. And she wants justice for my mother. And she's just, everyone's in denial. And they there was a lot of use of the word, like, I said to them, like, he's effing guilty. What's effing wrong with you inviting him here? What's wrong with you? And then they're like, oh, no, we don't know what happened. There's, he smothered her. And like, she repeats the quote that's in the newspaper. Like, he smothered her with a pillow, including like talking to her own mom. And then there, her mom, this cousin's mom, who'd be my father's first cousin, said like, oh, that doesn't sound good. And then she said, which this also annoys the second cousin, the way it annoys me. Oh, well, she was manic depressive, which, like, this second cousin was saying, there's so much like undiagnosed mental illness in our family. That's totally irrelevant, even if it's true. She like was only diagnosed with that, like going through the divorce and like the violence, and that was a common. Pat like got her diagnosed, and I remember he said to me once, this is something I haven't ever thought to, but he would say that, so my mother was on like medication. This was all like the last year of, or maybe even like 6 months of her life. She was anxious and depressed because like her husband attempted murder, smothering, and and then he did murder her. So but Pat got her diagnosis like, oh, and also paranoia. Well, is it paranoid if it happened? She was not paranoid, obviously. She wasn't like paranoid enough, unfortunately. Well, she was worried that Pat was gonna kill. It's just, anyway. So the second cousin is like, I'm so annoyed when they say that. It's victim blaming. It's like saying she didn't kill herself, so it's completely irrelevant whether that's true or not. And like Pat would, the thing about medication, my father did tell me, this was like years when I was like a young, like maybe like kind of a 15 or 16, that when my mother like would talk about divorce or not loving my father anymore, he said that's when he knew she needed to up her medication, and like then brought her to the doctor, and they apparently were like, oh yeah, it's a lot of wives. And so the second cousin is like, there's also a response in the 80s to women, this is the early 80s, to women in these domestic violent, like they get diagnosed with mental illness. Anyway, okay, so that's the I was like, oh, I'll do a show about what it's just my tangent, but it was such an interesting phone call. We're going to talk later. So I'm going to get more from my cousin. I'm so happy she defended me and is saying, like, what's he effing doing here? And what's wrong with you people? And he murdered Nancy. It's obvious. Anyway, but I needed to get off to talk to True Crime Wifey and do the show. And I love talking to True Crime Wifey as well. And yeah, thank you so much, True Crime Wifey, and to everyone who's joined us. And if regarding my mother's case, it's at the last stage of approval with the DA in San Mateo. This is his email. I've been encouraged to encourage people to, because he cares about public perception. He apparently cares about victims, but everyone else, all the other authorities involved, are utterly convinced and passionate about the case. And frustrated that they haven't got the sign off yet from Stephen Wagstaff. This is his email. So please, if you haven't sent an email, or even if you already have, a second email could be warranted. I mean, there was no courtesy of a reply to, I think, anyone. So I think it's fine to send him a follow-up. Yeah, because apparently that could make a difference. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rosemary, for everything you've done with your advocacy, contacting media, contacting the DA's office, one of the first people. And thank you so much, True Crime Wifey.
I had fun. This was fun.
I had fun too. Yeah, I love this.